feel and look better. From your head to your toes, watch Holistic Strong, the best channel for mind and body videos.
Food, glorious food. Remember the song from Oliver? Well, food can be glorious, especially if it lowers blood pressure naturally. We know that certain food, especially those laced with salt and preservatives, can adversely affect our health, including raising blood pressure. On the other hand, healthy food can improve blood pressure, perhaps lessening dependence on medication. And while you're thinking of foods to lower blood pressure, conceptualize plants, not pills. Indeed, a plant-based diet is preferable to a predominantly meat-based diet. So at the grocery market or fresh food stand, load up on vegetables. Kale, collards, spinach, celery, and broccoli should all be part of your vegetable-based diet. And remember the orange vegetables, too, like carrots, rich in heart-healthy beta-carotene. Include them in your quest to lower blood pressure. Leafy green vegetables are rich in nitrates, known to have blood pressure-reducing effects. One red vegetable, the good, old-fashioned beetroot, may be particularly effective when it comes to lowering blood pressure as a result of its innate nitrates. Try to eat at least one all-consuming salad and vegetable plate a day, and hypertension may be avoidable. Fruits are also extremely helpful in the quest to reduce blood pressure. Here, berries are especially very good for you when it comes to blood pressure. They help to make the artery walls as wide and flexible as possible. The berry family, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries contain anthocyanin, a natural compound that makes arteries wider and more pliable. So add berries to your diet on a daily basis, and don't forget to pack potassium-rich fruit and any other potassium-containing food as well, such as bananas. According to the AHA, American Heart Association, potassium can neutralize the heart-damaging effects of sodium and reduce tension in the walls of the blood vessels. By adding a medium banana to your diet, you're adding 422 milligrams of potassium, and again, potassium is a mineral that plays a vital role in managing hypertension. Aim to have at least 4,700 milligrams of potassium daily and no more than about 1,500 milligrams of salt daily. Other potassium-containing foods include avocado, mushrooms, cantaloupe and honeydew melon, sweet potatoes, beans, and tomatoes. I also want to highlight two particular fruits because of their favorable effect on blood pressure. Watermelon contains an amino acid called citrulline, which seems to exert a beneficial effect on blood pressure. How? Nitric acid is produced by citrulline, and this nitric oxide gas relaxes blood vessels and encourages flexibility in arteries, so blood pressure readings are decreased. One study proved watermelon could significantly reduce blood pressure in overweight individuals, both during times of stress and when at rest. Apparently, the watermelon exerted a positive influence on the pressure on the aorta which, in turn, would help to prevent heart attacks. While shopping for watermelon, pick up some kiwis, too. Although their mechanism to lower blood pressure is uncertain, kiwis offered more protection against hypertension than the proverbial apple a day. In one study, folks with moderately high blood pressure saw a reduction in pressure when consuming 3 kiwis a day versus eating an apple a day. Perhaps the presence of vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants help blood pressure to come down. Other foods to lower blood pressure include fatty fish, such as salmon and trout. Fresh fish is an excellent source of lean protein and heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, calcium and vitamin D, a favorable combination linked to decreased blood pressure. Forget the saturated and trans fats, like fatty beef or fried foods, and replace them with 1 to 2 servings of fresh fish every week. This simple change in diet can help reduce inflammation, reduce the buildup of arterial plaque and lower your triglycerides, all of which contribute to heart disease and high blood pressure. Another calcium-rich food to consider adding to your diet is non-fat yogurt, particularly Greek yogurt. Throw away cereal, granola bars, and other processed foods. Such foods will elevate blood sugar levels which will ultimately raise blood pressure. High-protein Greek yogurt, in contrast, will lower blood pressure. Consider this amazing study: people who ate more non-fat yogurt, at least 2% or more of their daily calories, were 31% less likely to develop high blood pressure than other folks who did not eat yogurt. Let me repeat, people who ate more non-fat yogurt, at least 2% or more of their daily calories, were 31% less likely to develop high blood pressure than other folks who did not eat yogurt. The study spanned the course of 14 years, and included upwards of 2,000 adults. Scanning our list of foods to lower blood pressure include just about all nuts and seeds. I'll mention 3 particular sources that will exert positive effects on blood pressure. Walnuts, rich in healthy fats, magnesium and fiber, are particularly adept at blood pressure reduction. Please see our other video on walnuts. In one study, when adults consumed 1/2 cup of walnuts daily for 4 months, they had better blood flow and lower blood pressure. An added plus, their waist size did not get bigger despite adding over 350 calories of walnuts daily. Flaxseed can also help folks manage hypertension or avoid it altogether. A study published in the journal Hypertension noted that eating 3 tablespoons of flaxseed daily for 6 months helped people with hypertension lower their blood pressure by an average of 10%. Those who did not consume flaxseed saw no change in blood pressure or even a slight increase. Flaxseed's ability to lower blood pressure may be a result of its anti-inflammatory omega-3 composition, as well as the lignans, a phytoestrogen, and fiber it contains. Sunflower seeds, rich in vitamin E, magnesium, folic acid, protein and fiber, help heart health and lower blood pressure. Where does this blood pressure reduction come from? Perhaps this seed's magnesium and fiber content help, but another explanation may also be logical. Sunflower seeds release a peptide that inhibits the body's production of an enzyme that's known to increase blood pressure. Snack on these seeds when you can, but make certain they're unsalted to minimize sodium intake. When looking for natural foods to decrease blood pressure, remember to include food with soluble fiber, like oatmeal. In a small trial, those who consumed soluble fiber-rich whole oat cereals over the course of 6 weeks experienced a systolic blood pressure drop of 7.5 points and a diastolic drop of 5.5 points. The control group that did not consume soluble fiber-rich whole oats did not experience blood pressure reduction. Put some tasty seasoning, such as cinnamon, in your oatmeal. It can further decrease blood pressure. Want to add more flavorful goodness to your diet and still lower blood pressure? Time to consume dark chocolate, rich in cocoa, loaded with flavonoids. Dark chocolate, the variety that is at least 70% real cocoa, not only lowers the risk of heart disease and diabetes, but can deliciously reduce blood pressure. A Harvard study analyzed 24 chocolate studies involving 1,106 people. It concluded that dark chocolate lowered blood pressure in all participants, and was especially effective for those who were already hypertensive. The flavonoid and composition of the chocolate helps to dilate blood vessels, lowering blood pressure readings. Do you want more delicious news? Garlic is a blood pressure-friendly food. It seems that garlic increases the body's production of nitric oxide, which also helps blood vessels to dilate. Adding fresh garlic to your food seems best, but there is speculation that even garlic supplements may improve blood pressure scores. Well, this video has discussed many foods to lower blood pressure, and I'm hoping you can add each recommendation to your diet. You can even try to add any and all of the following: pomegranate and pomegranate juice, fermented foods, such as tempeh and miso, potatoes, especially red and purple potatoes, beans, especially lentils, and other healthy foods, such as quinoa. And don't forget that certain teas, like hibiscus tea, can lower blood pressure, too. If you follow these dietary recommendations with the advice of a qualified physician or nutritionist, of course, and you don't see the reduction in blood pressure you want, you'll have to do a full inventory of what you eat. Perhaps you're eating foods, such as fried foods and preservatives, that are contributing to high blood pressure. But even if your diet is considered healthy and no positive changes are ensuing with blood pressure, consider a low-carb keto diet. Many folks have seen a reduction in blood pressure on that diet, the subject of a future video. But for now, eat healthy and consume those foods mentioned in this video that can lower blood pressure. Please comment and let us know what foods you'll add to your diet to reduce blood pressure. Remember, food can be medicine.
Thanks for visiting our Holistic Strong channel. Subscribe and share.